second. Hey, I just saw something on eBay and I thought there's a lot of scammers in this industry, so I just thought I'd show y'all something just so you can do a little detective work sometimes. Sometimes it's nothing. But anyway, I was working on a set called 2000 Upper Deck Game Jersey Greats. And there's 14 cards in the set. And I noticed when I was searching just now that there were 11 Jeters. See if y'all can see that. A lot of these aren't the game jerseys, but there's only 24 game jerseys on eBay across the world. That's how rare these fuckers were. They were rare. I want to say they were 1 in 2,500. I mean, that's a lot of boxes of cards back then, over 24 packs. But if you look, it's like every other one is freaking Jeter, and that's the numbers. There's 11 Jeters, but there's only 24 of these things on eBay when you search Game Jersey Auto, 2000 Game Jersey Auto. And it may be nothing. It may not be anything. But the number is so crazy proportioned. I think that those could have been backdoored. The Jeters could have been backdoored. So if you have one of those, and also that Jeter's really reasonably priced by a couple people for how good it is. When you have A-Rod and Bond selling for like $150, I think that Jeter might have been backdoored. I may be wrong. What I mean by backdoored is copies that weren't autographed spares. They got through the back door and signed them and then have been putting them on. Now, I may be totally wrong. I do know for a fact that there's things like that done. So the whole point of the video wasn't necessarily to say, oh, the Jeter's fake. I have no idea. It could be completely authentic. But to keep your head on a swivel, like whenever there's money, like what's coming into the sports car market right now, you're going to have, it brings the snakes along with it. So like a real good example is like if you just go search 1980 Topps football or Topps baseball cello pack, you'll find more with Rickey Henderson on top than you will all the others. Well, I mean, the odds of Rickey being on top are 1 in 726. So it's just those have been created. Period. 81 Topps cello packs with Montana. They've been created, man. I'm not saying that PSA can catch it because they can't. They don't know how to catch it. But that's a fact that they've been had on the PSA message boards before with the cello pack. So that's a good example. There was a time 7 or 8 years ago where those things were so hot. They were going for amazing amounts of money. So this guy started creating them. And so, you know, with the PSA holders, be super, super careful. They're recreating them now with the hologram. I don't know if they're getting the labels outside of PSA and then creating them, or I don't know if they're able to duplicate the hologram. So Beckett right now, you cannot get into one of those and tamper with it as far as I'm concerned. So keep that in mind when you're investing. I agree that a PSA is more valuable, and I think they're a little bit tougher. But buy the card, not the holder. If you see frosting on the side of a PSA holder, I mean, it has to be all the way down typically. It's going to have some of that in regular cards, but just verify the PSA numbers won't do anything for you. They copy the exact serial number. So the Bird Magic right now that's fake, PSA 10, that about $100,000 card, the PSA number verifies, but it's a different card and it's a different holder. So the whole point is, you know, maybe do your homework, man. In sports cards right now, as far as PSA and Beckett goes, I would buy from legitimate brick and mortar card shops if possible, or people with unbelievable online reputations. Because let's say you buy a PSA 9 Jeter SP from me and it turns out to be a counterfeit. Well, I'm going to give you your money back. And so will a lot of other people. That's not me saying I'll do anything that other honest people won't do, but you need to have recourse. I would use my credit card on PayPal as much as I could. I would drain the PayPal balance, put it in your checking account, and then use your American Express, use your Visa to buy things with. That'll give you one extra layer of protection. If PayPal doesn't side with you, you can always do a chargeback if there's a legitimate reason. So that's another tidbit I want to give you guys while it's on my mind. In the next couple years, this thing's about to soar. I think the graded stuff, these grading companies are Teflon, man. There's all kinds of things they miss. They don't intentionally miss them. They just can't. These guys, I know some of these guys from the big shows, and they're better than the graders. They know things about cards that graders don't know. Some of the graders. It's just not a fair fight, but they're doing the best they can. So anyway, to make a long story short, I wanted to do a video because the Jeter popped up, and I thought, man, I need to give them some advice. Over the next couple of years, this thing's going to explode, and there's going to be a lot of people make a lot of money, and there's, could be you if you understand what's going on, and then there'll be a time to sell, and I'll tell you when I feel like it's the time. But anyway, buy from reputable dealers, and that doesn't necessarily. I'm not saying buy it from me. I don't have most of the stuff, or if I do, I'm holding it. Just buy with someone with a reputation that way. And then another reason to go to the National, guys, is say you have bought a big card 2 months before the National, walk that motherfucker up to the PSA fucking table and let them tell you, yes, this is okay. I don't think they're going to have a problem doing that. When they have long ass lines and things, that's not the time. But there'll be times towards the end of the show, before the show, if you're lucky enough to get in on a corporate badge or, VIP, that's where I would go first. Verify the card is legit. Jordan rookies, all that stuff. Just take a look at it. But anyway, fellas, y'all have a good day. We'll probably be back later. I think we have one big order already in. We did make a massive trade last night. We scooped up the Baker Mayfield, RPA. I believe in the dude, and I don't just talk that shit. I back it up. I believe he's going to be good. And if I'm wrong, it's cool. I've been wrong before, trust me. We're not all going to be right. Everybody I know that's right all the time, normally an asshole, and they're not right. All right. Have a great day. Keep your head on a swivel. Go bang somebody. Go bang a chick on the copy machine. Deuces, let's go.